Picture a world with no coins jingling in your pocket, no cash in your wallet, not even a single dollar bill in sight. Sounds almost impossible today, doesn't it? Yet for more than 10,000 years, human beings built thriving economies, fed entire families, and connected distant civilizations without ever touching a single piece of money. Long before money existed, people relied on something wonderfully simple called barter, the direct exchange of one item for another. Got extra fish from the river? Trade it for a sharpened spear. Grew more wheat than your family could eat? Swap the surplus for a warm animal hide. No prices, no banks, just people helping people survive. Deep in the Stone Age, small tribes of hunters and gatherers began meeting rival groups at the edges of their territories. One tribe arrived carrying freshly hunted meat and thick animal furs. The other brought sharpened flint tools and gleaming shells collected from the coast. Slowly, cautiously, hands reached out, goods changed owners, and human trade was born. Some ancient traders never even spoke a single word to each other. In a mysterious practice historians call silent trade, one group would quietly leave their goods on a riverbank, then vanish back into the forest without a sound. A rival tribe would creep forward, inspect the offering, and leave something valuable in return. Neither side ever met face to face, yet somehow the trade always worked. Fast forward nearly 5,000 years to ancient Mesopotamia. In the busy streets of Sumer, farmers hauled heavy sacks of barley, while herders led bleeding goats toward the temple gates. Priests and scribes carefully recorded every exchange onto wet clay tablets, trading grain for tools and livestock for pottery, keeping the wheels of the world's first great cities turning. Along the winding Nile River, ancient Egyptians built an entire economy around bread and beer. The very workers who hauled stone blocks to build the towering pyramids were paid not in coins, but in fresh loaves of bread, jugs of beer, and bundles of woven linen. A single loaf could easily buy fish from a fisherman or a clay pot from a skilled potter. But barter carried one enormous problem hidden inside it. Imagine you are a farmer holding baskets of wheat, desperately needing a new pair of shoes. You find a shoemaker, but he doesn't want wheat. He wants fresh fish instead. Now you must hunt down a fisherman willing to trade fish for wheat before finally trading that fish for your shoes. One simple need could spiral into an exhausting chain of trades. Clever ancient communities eventually found a brilliant solution: the marketplace. By gathering dozens, sometimes hundreds of traders into one bustling location, the odds of finding someone who wanted exactly what you had and happened to have exactly what you needed rose dramatically overnight. Marketplaces quickly became the beating heart of every ancient town. Certain goods became so trusted, so universally wanted, that almost everyone eagerly accepted them in trade. Salt was one of these prized treasures. It preserved meat through winter, flavored every meal, and was so valuable that Roman soldiers were partly paid in salt rations, giving birth to the modern word salary that we still use today. In cultures spanning Africa to early Europe, cattle became a powerful symbol of wealth and status. A herd of cows could be traded for farmland, offered as a dowry, or exchanged for valuable tools and grain. The larger a family's herd grew, the wealthier and more respected that family became within their community. On remote islands scattered across the Pacific Ocean, island communities practiced something truly extraordinary called the Kula Ring. Wooden canoes loaded with beautifully crafted shell necklaces and polished armbands traveled between islands in a great unending circle, trade partners exchanging treasured items not for profit, but to build lasting trust, friendship, and powerful alliances. Across ancient North America, sprawling trade networks stretched for thousands of miles between distant tribes. Shimmering copper mined near the Great Lakes traveled south through countless hands, while shark teeth and delicate seashells from warm coastlines journeyed north. Sharp black obsidian, perfect for crafting tools and weapons, passed silently from tribe to tribe across mountains and rushing rivers.
Long before merchants carried coins along the legendary Silk Road, early traders moved shimmering silk, polished jade, and fragrant spices between China, India, and Central Asia by hand, exchanging goods across scorching deserts and treacherous mountain passes, quietly connecting civilizations that had never once met face to face. Barter was never just about survival, it was about trust. Every trade meant looking a stranger in the eye, keeping your word, and building a relationship that could last for generations. Ancient economies weren't only built on goods changing hands, they were built on human connection, community, and the simple promise that a fair exchange benefits everyone involved. For thousands of years, barter connected strangers, turned rival tribes into allies, and allowed ancient civilizations to flourish, all without a single coin ever changing hands. It was clever, resourceful, and sometimes wonderfully strange. But as trade grew bigger, busier, and more complicated, ancient people would soon dream up something entirely new, and that incredible story is exactly where money begins.